Deep in the ocean, something stirs.
Something big coming up. Jesus, Cody.
Going down. I'll take the safety out. Going down, 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 down.
So what's that?
All right, going down.
This is the exciting time.
You all right?
For all we know, that was a giant squid.
Hold it.
He's out. There it is. Okay. Okay, I get...
This expedition is about to attempt the impossible. Find the mysterious giant squid in the black depths of the ocean.
Oh, there goes a thing. I saw a thing. I saw something.
Something very weird going on. I don't know what. Should we just bring it up? No, let's not take a chance. You know, what do we do? Do we give up now or do we keep going? Let's try it again.
The research vessel Makira returns from another difficult mission. The crew's aim to meet the ultimate leviathan, the giant squid, 12 meters long and weighing 200 kilos. Most of what we know comes from dead specimens. Few shots exist of living creatures. Pulled from the depths, they soon die. But the team wants to see a giant squid on its own turf, down deep.
Some would say this is a journey into inner space. It's a zone we know very little about, despite huge amounts of effort. And for me, I've never actually seen pictures of what it really looks like.
The best way to find the giant squid is to find its predator, the sperm whale.
I saw a spout. Let's get in the water. This is one of the giant squid spots, indicated by the amount of sperm whales that are here. Look for the prey, look for the predator, we might get lucky. Figure that's the best way. They eat them. A big, mighty sperm whale that's going to lead us to the giant squid.
Very rarely, sperm whales bring their giant squid meals to the surface. But we know they eat them all the time, from part-digested remains in whale stomachs.
See the tentacles?
Yeah, there's
That's
going to
a
be a
piece
big,
of a tentacle.
there's a big whale around here.
Yeah.
So what do you just see, Rick?
The red tentacles, so there's got to be a big sperm whale around here that's been feeding.
The sperm whale's leftovers are part of a massive squid-like tentacle. From its size, Rick believes it's a giant.
They frequently leave bits and pieces, parts of the body, the tentacles, and to see that animal that's fresh and bright red, crimson color almost, it was just eaten.
Whatever it's from, there's almost certainly more below Rick right now. Rick's never sure what mysterious creatures he'll see out here.
When I saw the size of the dorsal fin up in the air and it was flipping around and it was, you know, it looked like a shark fin.
It's the largest bony fish in the ocean. A mola mola, or sunfish. Like the giant squid, it's a worldwide ocean traveler that feeds 300 meters down.
Going on another journey down in that deep for those animals, I guess it's nothing to ride up and down in that elevator.
Giant squid occasionally wash up dead. Yet despite thousands of hours undersea, no one's ever filmed one alive in the deep. Weird and wonderful craft often frighten sea life with their noisy propellers and bright white lights. But a year ago, our squid hunters began designing a new stealth rig.
This is a model that we've made for Guppy Cam #1 to test the principle of our dual camera craft.
It's going to be a lovely thing to use.
They call their machine the Gupster.
Not a guppy, it's a beast.
The system includes super strong glass housings and the most radical night vision cameras ever produced, Starlight cameras. They can even film in color. And now, for the first time ever, they'll tackle the ocean.
We're exploring the unexplored. We're going to see the unseen.
So
here's where we were last night, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we want to go up that way a little bit.
Yeah.
So do we know anything at all about where we are?
Oh, there it is. I saw it. It's just nothing's there.
Elliot, can you quickly tilt up a little bit? Okay.
Is that good?
That's nice. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's excellent. Some more of that, please.
The Starlight cameras reveal one of the little-known wonders of the world and a key to finding the giant squid: bioluminescence.
It's normally too dim to see, but on a starry night like this, it's perfect. Most people have no idea that, in fact, most of the creatures down there tonight have the ability to make light.
That is really utterly extraordinary. Mesmerizing, actually. Look at that, look at that.
Yeah.
The images are really quite special, like nothing that we've ever done, or I think indeed nothing anyone's ever seen before.
The Starlight cameras show something even stranger. Seawater glows when stirred. It's actually minute plankton illuminating when agitated. And this light is especially clear when large creatures swim through the water. Human, giant squid, or even its miniature relative, the cuttlefish. Like the squid, it moves quickly using jet propulsion, squirting water through a tube under its head. In the dark, this jet produces a sparkling trail that immediately reveals its position. The team hopes to find the giant squid with its bioluminescent trail. The expedition comes to the Sea of Cortez in search of the giant squid.
Yeah, lots of whales and dolphins feed entirely on squid. So the fact they're all here is a really good sign. I'm very excited to get the latest gupster in the water here.
A starry night is perfect for starlight cameras.
I can see fish, lots of fish, darting away. Look at that. Shooting like rockets. There's more. There they go. We're going through a whole school of them. If you look out of the back of the boat now, you'll see sparks of blue light coming out. This is one of the very things that we hope will help guide us to the giant squid.
Wow, that's amazing.
That bright light out there could well be a squid boat. And it's very interesting that a lot of people use bright lights on the surface to catch squid. They just simply shine it on the surface. The squid will come up and they just hoik them out with nets. The giant squid does not come to light. And that's one of the problems with the giant squid. We don't know what it comes to. It is one of the most elusive creatures anyone's ever tried to get close to.
Squids are really like aliens. They're an amazing animal. You know, they can communicate with changing the colors of their skin. They can swim really far distances and come out of nowhere. And they're really, there's a lot that we don't understand. So yeah, they say that they're like aliens to us.
The crew turn on deck lights to see what kind of squid they can lure.
The notebook in here? Yeah, and there's pens in there too. So the flashing is the chromatophores.
This Humboldt squid is a distant cousin of the giant squid and can grow as big as a person.
The more we learn about any individual squid, the more it helps us understand of the giant squid. Having a camera system that doesn't have a lot of light and is very streamlined in the water, that will be a better way to find the giant squid. Is this still good, Martin, with the light?
Right, in you go.
Deep canyons below provide a perfect location for testing.
We just got some shots of fish darting through the frame, and you could see their bioluminescent wakes. In fact, it has never been filmed before. Fish underwater generating bioluminescence.
It's an amazing breakthrough.
Oh, what's that? There's something. Something big coming. Is that something big coming up? Recording? Oh, it's just a boat.
But the bouncing rig is producing too much light.
Unfortunately, the bioluminescence, it's also a massive problem because it clouds the lens, it identifies the position of our camera, and probably scares the hell out of any creatures nearby. If we can find a way of stabilizing this camera, which of course is the very thing that everyone told me we couldn't do, it'd be amazing. And at this point, I would say that what we've done so far would appear to be a complete and utter waste of money.
The Starlight camera's inaugural run isn't a total loss. Suddenly, unexpected visitors arrive. Dolphins. caught in a ghostly glow of plankton.
The whole pod of dolphins playing in our wake, totally lit up with bioluminescence, just incredible.
If the cameras can see this, then surely they can see a giant squid.
That shot there is what we've been really looking for, because it is one of the most amazing things. I've read about it. We saw it the other day briefly, got a few shots, but now to see 7 of them all awesome. The dolphins can't see a thing. They can't see where they're going. They're communicating utterly by echolocation and sense of their skin. And they're navigating the bow wave, they're now talking to each other, completely at ease with no vision whatsoever.
It's one more clue in their search for the giant squid. After 12 months of planning and testing, the team's finally chosen a giant squid hotspot, the Azores. They bring in 3 tons of special equipment.
It's a lot of stuff.
But this is the most important tool in their arsenal. A specially made camera cable 550 meters long that'll transmit live images from the deep.
550 meters of high-tech, fiber optic, ultra-sexy cable.
But they must treat it with extreme care. It contains fragile glass fibers.
So, Luis, this is an accurate giant squid that you've drawn on here, is it? Mm-hmm. How do you know? Have you seen one?
No.
Rick was telling me that...
Their plan? Find feeding sperm whales and drop their $200,000 camera system deep.
The squids is around the islands as well, you know.
But this is definitely an oceanic traveler again, like the sperm whale, like the leatherback turtle, and cruises in these currents across the Atlantic. Easy. Easy.
There must be a bunch of stuff down there. Let's put some cameras down there and have a look.
Let's do that.
Right.
All right.
Oh, this is where your motorbike side comes in, Ian, is it?
If that wheel does what it's supposed to, we'll make our fortune.
They've redesigned the rig to help the Gupster fly smoothly in the deep.
Let's go find some sperm whales, huh? Look for the prey, look for the predator. We might get lucky. And I like luck. A lot.
Let's hope it's a sperm whale.
The Azores are a perfect place to find sperm whales because they come so close to land. And Rick gets closer to them than most. Like the Gupster, Rick's aim is to disturb the animals as little as possible.
I've never grown tired of seeing an animal like that, or those sperm whales, or any of the animals in the sea that are big and powerful, and certainly with a sperm whale, to get close, almost eye contact. It just passed me and turned on its side, looking up like, I see you, I know you're there too. So that's a really special moment with any wild animal.
But this is a whole family of wild animals. 15 whales in all. 300 tons of toothed mammal. And they need a lot of food. Part of their diet includes about 1 giant squid a week each. Which means this group has already eaten about 2 today. As the whales dive to hunt, Rick can only watch as they descend to hundreds of meters. No human can follow them into the lethal pressures below. But the new and improved Gupster can.
This is the Gupster, number 5, on its first operational outing. Finally, this is the exciting time.
After a year of trial and error, it's time to lay it all on the line.
And more right, that's good. They're all out of focus.
Luis jumps in to see how the Gupster is flying. But he's being watched.
He's coming back to have a look.
A manta ray. These long-haul ocean travelers can exceed 6 meters in wingspan.
It is obviously intrigued. It thinks the Gupster's a manta. It's having a look. Look at that.
It's incredible.
It is incredible.
It's curious, but not threatened. Hopefully that means the Gupster won't scare off sea creatures like giant squid.
Well, it was saying the other day that manta rays got very big brains.
But our rig doesn't return the affection. The ray gives up. The Gupster is now ready for active service.
That's Pico, the biggest mountain in the Azores. Out there are some sea mounts at something like 400 meters, 1,200 feet down. And that's where plenty of sperm whales hang out. And we know that sperm whales eat giant squid. And so it's a reasonable guess that there might be giant squid there.
Rick and Mario are still following the sperm whales for signs. A strange shape drifts up from the depths. It's the remains of a giant. The Atlantic giant octopus, among the largest in the world.
It was just killed. And so part of it floated up. The rest of it was still either down there or in the sperm whale's stomach. This big red octopus, I think it's in the same area, the same realm, the same depth as the giant squid.
We have a special dish we do with octopus and red wine. I think we should do it.
I think so.
We have the octopus, just need the red wine.
But dinner has to wait. Once darkness has fallen, they head out, ready to give the Gupster its first chance to enter the world of the giant squid. The team have no idea what to expect. This computer-generated model shows how a sperm whale might appear to the starlight cameras at the surface. Like the dolphins, the whale's movements would disturb countless marine life forms. Over 500 meters down, as the whale dives in search of prey, it'll look quite different. There are fewer bioluminescent creatures, but they're larger. A giant squid would see this clearly. In the ocean depths, giant squid probably only move when they have to. This computer image shows what might happen if a squid had to flee from an approaching whale. This is the giant squid signature the team's cameras are designed to see. Nothing more than a vacuum keeps the glass camera housing sealed. even in the deep.
Yeah, I think that GUPSTER, the word GUPSTER is actually an acronym. And I think that it stands for General Underwater Photographic Stability. That's as far as I've got.
All they need to do now is adjust the GUPSTER's red lights. The light rays are invisible to the underwater creatures and allow the cameras to see much further.
Sea creatures don't have very good red vision, so the whole idea is that we can go into their realm, into their zone, without upsetting them. Okay, lights are ready. I've plugged it in now, so I've only got one more very difficult job to do.
Hang on, it's coming some way. Hang on.
Finally, the camera's ready.
Going down, 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 down.
They hold their breath
All right, cool.
and launch.
Yeah.
Getting the rig down quickly is crucial, so it's not cut by the props.
I'm pretty much not going forwards or backwards. I'm just using forwards and back to keep the cable in the middle.
Okay, cool.
45 straight back.
Yeah, really close now.
You all right?
Going down. Some waves. How's it now? Straight back. Okay, that's good. That's good.
20, 30, 40 meters. GUPSTER 5 drops to inner space.
This is still an extraordinary moment because although I'm not there, I'm in the comfort of a boat, I am looking at the open ocean at night, except that obviously I can see it. Right, there we got light. I mean, there is detectable, the camera is seeing moonlight.
The Starlight cameras demonstrate their extreme sensitivity.
Tonight, the moon is full. I can still see moonlight at 150 meters.
The angle is
The
90.
GUPSTER is already far deeper than a diver with normal equipment can reach.
Okay, straight back.
And based on what I can see, we're not going to get much at this altitude, and I think we need to go quite a lot deeper quite quickly.
The GUPSTER enters a zone where only submarines can go. Ian's sonar detects something mysterious at the current depth.
What we need is a flat sea.
Okay, that's good. Hold that. There's a lot of life here. I don't know. I have no idea what they are. Oh, there goes a thing. I saw a thing. I saw something.
Ian has said there's fish on the fish finder.
Wow. Wow, something just poo. We just went through some fish poo. Seriously, I saw something just...
But these blue flashes aren't fish manure. They're glowing ink ejected by small creatures.
Oh, what is that?
A squid?
I don't know. Oh, that could have been a squid ink.
Maybe that's what we saw earlier when you thought it was fish poo. Some of the squids have got bioluminescent ink.
Just a really clear one right in the middle of the frame. Bam.
Something very strange looms into view.
Oh, there's something.
What was that? Whoa. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you got a problem here with one of the cameras. Should we just bring it up? No, let's not take a chance, because something very weird going on. I don't know what.
Stop the boat, man.
What depth are you at?
300.
Okay, then we need to slow down.
How's it now?
Okay, let's come up. Hey! Lift.
But winding up from this depth takes an agonizing 40 minutes.
It's out. There it is. Okay. I can just check from here.
There's a light still on in the back of the camera.
Yeah, I can see something yellow on the bottom of the housing.
You can?
Yeah.
yellow. Just quick as you can. Just open it. Don't worry. Just open it.
There's a leak. They must act fast. The camera's lithium batteries can become bombs when wet.
This is a battery that's about to blow.
How's it looking?
Pretty bad.
How bad is bad?
We've lost one of the EDT boxes.
Was there a lot of water in there?
About a cupful.
The best is to chuck the whole thing in a thing of fresh water. But I think it's
I think it's about $700 worth of electronics, and whoa, give it a good old rinse out, because basically it's dead. So we can't possibly do any more harm to it.
Tonight's shoot comes to an abrupt end.
Somehow we need to get a camera down 500 meters without losing it, and that's a bit of a problem, but we can...
The future of the entire expedition is in doubt. While the team works to repair its damaged Starlight camera, Rick and Mario head back out for more clues.
Look at this. The whale's right on there.
A juvenile sperm whale comes to investigate. It's still too young to dive deep, and it's waiting for its family to return from the abyss below. No one's ever seen a sperm whale tackle a giant squid. But this youngster's shining white mouth gives Rick an idea of how it might attract a meal.
I believe that the white pigment on those jaws is something to attract the prey animals, like a squid. Deep diving down there in the dark, maybe that white is like a lure.
It's been seen before. This experiment by Edie Witter clearly shows the power of light in the ocean. As soon as the light begins, it lures nearby squid. Another species of squid comes in to investigate, this one unknown to science. Perhaps this technique could lure a giant squid.
This lure would only attract something pretty enormous if indeed the giant squid's eye is actually looking for bioluminescence. Quick, get it in the pot.
They place the lures in plastic models.
We've seen squid this size actually making a light right from the middle of their body, and which is amazing. So these, when it's swimming, when it's moving, should kind of, you know, float in the current.
As night falls, the crew checks their newly repaired system. It's a moonless night, and the dark horizon is much closer to the surface.
Hold it!
Luis, what's the angle on the cable now?
About 35. Okay, it's a little bit more and a little bit to starboard.
The camera soon disappears into blackness. But before it goes out of range, Martin needs to see exactly how the lures appear underwater. And that means getting in.
Looks good now.
As I got in the water, I suddenly felt extremely vulnerable. I was completely visible to any animal that was nearby, but I simply couldn't see them. There are all manner of sharks, and there are giant squid, and I'm a perfect bite-sized meal for many of these animals.
The Gupster's lures look just right. But it must be kept steady to get useful pictures.
It's incredible, you know, the bioluminescence, you know, we really could see a large animal like that.
I know there's nothing in this water Luis can't see anything on the sonar, knowing that there really are giant squid below us. I found that really quite unpleasant. I really didn't enjoy that at all.
They filter the gupster's lights and adjust the lures.
Cable is 45.
Straight back. Okay, that's good.
We're as unthreatening as we can be. Light lures on the gupster.
It's a finely tuned machine, ready to find a giant squid.
What is that? Oh, quick, record.
I don't know. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, and another one, and another one.
And again.
What was that?
Look at that.
Creatures appear to be signaling the gupster's lures back.
So what I'm interested to know is whether or not he's flashing to warn us, there's another one, or whether or not he's flashing to see what on earth we are.
If they can decipher the flashes, it might help them understand how a giant squid reveals itself.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, and another one of that. Right.
Oh, yes. It's bloody awesome, this little light. Look at that. That's what we need in there.
And for all we know, there's a baby giant squid. How would anybody know?
Every night we've had has been different. We've had different kind of sea, different kind of swell. We've seen different kinds of creatures. There's been different amounts of bioluminescence. It's really exciting. It's so exciting looking at this black screen because you know that any second a giant squid could just swim past you. That's what we're hoping for.
I have a good feeling about this place.
Yeah.
The team must go deeper than ever before and push the Starlight cameras to their very limit.
Okay, get back down.
Back in?
Congratulations, everyone! Yeah, we're at 500 meters. That's quite deep.
We're going off into deeper water now.
Thanks, Elliot.
300.
Have you got anything going on the sounder?
We're in prime territory for mystery beasties.
Is that one?
No.
The camera's down. Third of a mile. Oh, look at that. That's a good one. What is it? What is it? What is that? I don't know. We'll keep that and look at it later and see if we can work out what on earth it was.
This is as far as they've ever pushed the gupster, over 500 meters deep.
There could be a giant squid coming out of the gloom any second now.
A very strange creature drifts towards the camera.
That's not nothing. That's very interesting.
They have no idea what this is.
You know, it's like I've just seen it.
It appears to be some kind of colonial filter feeder. We've yet to identify it. About 1 meter wide and 2 meters from top to bottom, it's a giant. Just not a squid.
every now and again, fragments of story show themselves.
There's a lot more life here tonight than we normally see.
Other life forms completely evade identification. Finally, something more familiar.
Is that a shark?
Was it in focus?
Yeah.
Might it be the cookie cutter shark?
How long would you say it was?
This 70-centimeter shark gets its name from biting cookie-shaped chunks from its prey. This is the first time it's ever been filmed at this depth. Life forms become stranger and stranger.
Well, that's that thing we thought was a sea monster before, and I've seen another couple of them.
Whoa! What is that?
Suddenly, a very bright light appears, unlike anything we've seen so far.
That's the most interesting thing we've seen on all these journeys. Probably quite a few different species, judging by the different patterns that we've seen.
They replay the shot.
That is a very bright light.
Is this the giant squid signature they're looking for? In the background, a ghostly yet familiar shape drifts past.
It looks like it's the whole thing.
We can't really tell scale from here. For all we know, that was a giant squid. Or a baby giant squid.
But their triumph is short-lived.
Hey, Don. The angle's still 45.
Hey, something's going on. Pulling on the rope. That's too fast.
Suddenly, the cable lurches towards the props. The cable slips off its pulley.
We got a problem. We haven't got a picture on the gupster.
The camera signal is lost.
It's so fast, a lot of data.
They've worked through the night, but still can't fix it.
Well, let's put the cap on it. I don't know what to do now.
The delicate glass fibers inside the cable are all broken. The expedition is over. But they're certain they've captured something extraordinary.
It's rich seas.
There's one special shot that demands attention.
So there you can still see it. Oops, sorry. It's going off to the side.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just really sneaky.
Cinca is attacking the gaps.
Oh, look. Go back frame by frame.
This mysterious and massive shape looks very squid-like.
So the squid we saw is definitely a giant.
After 12 months of planning and preparation, they finally find their monster.
For me, one of the most exciting things is just watching the screens, knowing that at any second, a giant squid could just loom into the frame. We may well have seen a bit of one or maybe a baby one. There's always hoping. But one of these days, somebody is going to film a giant squid. And that'll be amazing.
And armed with this new technology and know-how, they'll return next year to finish the job.